Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you an incredible trick, transforming old scratched CDs, often deemed useless, into a powerful high-definition TV antenna. I'm starting with a grinding disc, usually used for cutting metal. But don't worry, we won't be cutting anything with it today. The goal here is to use the grinding disc as a template to mark out precise points on the CD. This helps ensure that all the subsequent holes I drill are evenly spaced and consistent around the circumference. I'm using a marker pen to marking several small, evenly spaced points around the edge of the CD, following the grinding disc's pattern. These marks will serve as guides for drilling, making sure our antenna structure is perfectly balanced. I'm using a small drill bit to create holes at each of the marked points on the CD. It's important to drill slowly and steadily to avoid cracking the CD. These holes will be essential for threading our conductive wire, creating the antenna's radiating elements. This precise spacing improves signal reception. Once all the holes are drilled, I will use a utility knife to carefully clean up the holes I have drilled. Next, I'm taking a length of thin copper wire. I'll start threading it through the drilled holes. I'm wrapping the wire around the center and then passing it through the outer holes, pulling it taut as I go. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. This intricate coiling pattern is essential for creating the antenna's signal receiving capabilities. The tight coils help concentrate the electromagnetic fields, allowing for better reception. Let's prepare the base of our antenna. I'm taking a small green plastic bottle cap and drilling a small hole right through its center. This hole will serve as the entry point for our antenna mast. I used a small drill bit and drilled another hole in the side of the bottle cap. Once the hole is drilled, I'll retrieve our coiled CD and thread one end of the copper wire from the coil through the hole in the bottle cap. This secures the cap to the center of the CD assembly, making it a stable base for the next components. To ensure everything stays firmly in place and to add an extra layer of protection, I'm using my hot glue gun. I'll apply a generous amount of hot glue around the bottle cap where it meets the CD. This not only secures the cap and the copper wire in position, but also helps insulate the connections and provide structural integrity to our DIY antenna. Now for the electrical connections. I'm taking a piece of red electrical wire, stripping a small section of its insulation at one end. I will then cut the existing copper wire from the CD coil and carefully twist the stripped end of the red wire onto the cut copper wire. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. This connection is critical for signal transmission. I'm immediately wrapping the exposed connections with red electrical tape. This is vital for insulation and safety, preventing any short circuits and ensuring optimal conductivity. Next, I'm taking a blue electrical wire. I'll carefully strip a small section of the insulation from a blue electrical wire. I'll attach the blue wire to a retractable metal rod, similar to a radio antenna. This establishes the complete circuit for our antenna, allowing the signals to travel from the CD element through the wiring and down the main cable. I then wrap this connection securely with red electrical tape to ensure proper insulation and durability. Afterward, I'll connect the telescopic rod assembly to our CD. I'm threading the blue wire from the rod through another hole in the bottle cap on the CD assembly, ensuring a secure attachment. Now it's time to integrate our antenna into the plastic bottle. I heat up a soldering iron and carefully melt a small hole into the side of the bottle. This hole is where we'll feed the wires from our antenna into the bottle, keeping them protected and organized inside. I'm carefully feeding the red and blue wires through the bottle's neck, from the inside out. This allows the wires to exit the bottle through the cap, making for a clean and secure connection point for our main antenna cable. I cut off the red and blue wires, leaving just enough to connect. I stripped the insulation off the ends of the two wires to expose the copper core inside. I'm preparing the main antenna cable. I have a standard coaxial cable here. I'm carefully stripping back the outer black insulation to expose the braided shield and the inner white insulation. The braided shielding will be twisted together to create a separate connection point. This meticulous preparation ensures proper signal transmission. Further, I'm stripping the white insulation to reveal the solid copper core. Carefully, I'll twist the red wire from the antenna to one of the exposed wires in the black cable, and the blue wire to another. These connections will carry the signal to our television. To secure and protect these new connections, I'm using red electrical tape once more. I'll wrap each twisted wire connection individually and securely. This ensures that the electrical signals remain isolated and protected, preventing any signal loss or short circuits. Good insulation is paramount for both performance and safety in any electrical project. Now to prepare the other end of the black cable for the television connection. I'll strip back the outer insulation from this end to expose the core wire and shield. I'm then attaching an F connector to this end of the cable. This connector is specifically designed for coaxial cables and will allow us to plug our homemade antenna directly into the TV's antenna input. It needs to be properly seated to ensure a good signal. For added stability and convenience, I'm attaching a circular magnet to the very bottom of the plastic bottle. I'm using hot glue to firmly attach the magnet to the bottle's base. This allows our antenna to stand securely on a metal surface, like the top of a TV stand or a shelf. Finally, I'll double-check all connections and make sure our CD assembly is perfectly seated on the bottle, ready for action. As you can see, right now the TV is showing no signal, which is what we would expect without a proper antenna. But watch what happens as I connect our creation. And just like that, we have a crystal clear picture. Our homemade antenna is working perfectly. I can now flip through channels with ease, enjoying a strong, stable signal on multiple stations. This just goes to show what you can achieve with a bit of creativity and some repurposed materials. It's truly amazing how a simple CD and a plastic bottle can be transformed into such a functional device. It's consistently working across various channels. Our incredible, multifunctional TV signal booster, made from simple, repurposed materials. Just to prove it's not magic, let me unplug the antenna from the back of the TV. See, instantly, no signal appears again. Now let's plug it back in. And just like that, the signal returns, and we have live TV once more. This confirms that our DIY device is indeed responsible for pulling in those channels. It's incredible to see how a little ingenuity can turn something old into something so useful. This DIY antenna provides excellent reception, proving that you don't always need expensive equipment. If you enjoyed this project and found it inspiring, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below telling me what other unexpected tools you'd like to see me create. Don't forget to subscribe for more fantastic DIY ideas. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.